Some very compelling information has surfaced that could tie Stellar to Meta's new stablecoin initiative. Now, I got to give some credit to one of the members of the committee, Goku XLM, for piecing this together for us, as well as some credit to Altcoin Buzz for providing Meta's side of the story. Simply, Meta has announced that Ginger Baker, current board member for the Stellar Development Foundation, will lead their new Meta Pay product. This is a stablecoin infrastructure, not new stablecoin like Diem, that they plan on implementing across Facebook and Instagram. And we already know how many people that is. But what's most compelling is Baker's resume itself. When we take a look at it, you'll understand how she may be perfect for this position and it could perfectly position Stellar. If you're new, welcome. My name is Wade. You're listening to another edition of the DHN Crypto Podcast. I've been in the space since 2019 and I've researched over 1,000 digital assets. Number one reason I sit here in front of this camera at this desk next to this microphone is to share all that knowledge with you. Now, I'm also on a mission. I've helped over 500 people get better at blockchain with the educational materials that I have linked in the description under this video, as well as the pinned comment. All those links have been fixed. If you would like to become the next one, check out some of those resources. Now, let's unpack this because like I said, Miss Baker's resume is quite interesting. So her ties to Facebook go all the way back as far back as 2018. She joined Stellar in 2022. In between that time, she actually served as head of on-demand liquidity for Ripple, ladies and gentlemen. And as Goku XLM points out, that experience as head of ODL for Ripple shows she has direct experience with the exact use case XLM has. Now, that is very true. And there's another angle to this entire story that I'm going to add on top of this because I like the direction that you took this. Now, also on her resume, something that I found to be interesting, while she was on the board for Stellar, she also rose up the ranks for Plaid, which is another big payments company along the lines of Stripe. In 2023, she became the chief networking officer, again, as a board member for the Stellar Development Foundation. Now, it is a bit strange when you think about it that we haven't heard a lot between Stellar and Plaid, but Stripe probably has Stellar so close to them. Plaid is not. They're like, okay, we'll find another network potentially, right? But her resume again is very impressive. All the more reason why I believe this will perfectly position Stellar to contribute technology. All right. Now, yes, we've had hits and misses before the X payment system. All right. I'll take credit for that. But another point that Goku XLM made was the timing of all of this. Baker got involved with Meta shortly after Paxos announced that they would be integrating Stellar into all of their stablecoin products. So that is another door that opens where Stellar could potentially be a contributing network. Okay? Won't give full credit to an underlying network because I'm going to assume that Ethereum will be packaged up in here somewhere. But Stellar could still be a contributing network to Meta's massive 2 to 3 billion users, right? Now, I like the direction that you took this, but I want to add another layer. And that's where Altcoin Buzz comes in because they provide the details about the MetaPay product. This is going to be a stablecoin infrastructure where public stablecoins like USDC Circle and Tether will run on. So what that means is instead of developing their own chain like they were going to do with Diem, they are now just going to build the software layer that will pull in creators, connect Facebook and Instagram creators, and allow them to transact and receive stablecoins like USDC, Tether, and potentially any other stablecoins that they may add. This is going to do a couple things. Number one, it will completely forever change the stablecoin market. Completely. It is the same impact that Diem would have had Now that impact is going to be spread across the entire stablecoin industry, which is a great thing. Now, another thing to consider is, of course, Facebook's size. And not just the size of its users, but the size of its creators. Check out this statistic here. Facebook and Instagram lead interest from marketers when it comes to where they want to place their ads in the next across the next few years. On top of that, the content creator industry in itself is going to expand tremendously between now and 2030. I think I chose the right line of work. Outside of those things, though, I think that is the concentration, the market that Facebook is trying to tap into. And in order for them to do that, well, not only would they need a sufficient transaction layer, software layer for them to move the stablecoins on, but the creators on Facebook and Instagram are also going to need a certain wallet in order to receive the USDC or the Tether. All the more reason why I said Ethereum's going to be ported into this some way, somehow, because USDC, again, runs on certain networks, while Tether runs on other networks. And if they look to implement other stablecoins, that will, again, bring in more networks. So what this shows us is that the legacy tech companies recognize this as a multi-chain world. That's very important. And secondly, this also shows us that Stellar's position in all of this would be where the wallets are, because that's what Stellar specializes in. And when I read all of this information, that's how I visualized it. Stellar's position in this will be the network that supports the wallets where the stablecoins will be received. I can honestly see that as being the business model. Now, at this point, nothing has been confirmed, of course, but the evidence around this story, very compelling. Simply put, Facebook and Instagram has creators all around the world. And the good thing is Stellar has anchors also all around the world. The moment they go to kick this on, they're going to expose blockchain technology to 1/3 of the planet. It will be a phased rollout over the course of months for sure, but 1/3 of the planet. Some of them are going to get real familiar with the Stellar network. So, like I said, as far as it stands right now, details are very sparse, but you guys know how we do it over here. This will be a narrative, a story that we will track because this thing will unravel over time. X money, something wrong with the system. Should have went with Stellar. So I'm leaving that one open as well. Stellar is best positioned for this because it has the infrastructure, the rails in place. And lastly, another detail, should have mentioned this, that will also give Stellar and other blockchain networks the immense advantage, because you could also argue that Plaid or Stripe may be selected as one of the facilitators for the stablecoins. Problem with that is Plaid has no idea how to do it, and Stripe has only started to do it. So they don't have that much experience. The point that I'm going to leave you with is Meta also plans to integrate this into their metaverse. They have not given up on that. So that implies that these stable coins that will flow amongst these creators can also be used for digital assets that would have to be tokenized. And we know Stellar's very good at tokenizing assets. So details are very compelling, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's it for this episode. So y'all know what time it is. If that money is digital, so is the hustle.